Hey, let me talk to you like someone who's actually lived with this screen for a while, because if you're here, you're not browsing out of boredom. You're here because something in your setup feels capped. And that's where the Odyssey G7 enters your life. This is for you if you're the kind of person who notices immersion breaking. You feel it when a screen feels flat. You catch it when motion doesn't feel confident. You know, deep down, when your gear isn't matching your expectations anymore. Before you go any further, take a quick look at the current price or stock. Curved 4K panels like this don't behave politely in the market, and waiting has a way of backfiring. There's usually a very specific moment when you realize it's time to upgrade. For you, it might have been during a long gaming session where the world never quite pulled you in. Or maybe it was editing or multitasking, where everything felt cramped instead of expansive. Or even a game that deserved to feel epic. But didn't. That's the moment you stop tolerating and start upgrading. The shift is immediate. The curve wraps into your vision in a way that feels natural, not gimmicky. The size finally gives your content room to breathe. You're no longer scanning the screen, you're inside it. Motion feels controlled and smooth, not frantic. Bright scenes hit with confidence, and darker scenes finally hold their structure instead of collapsing. In real life, it changes how you sit at your desk. Gaming sessions feel more immersive and less fatiguing. Open-world titles feel massive instead of boxed in. Competitive play feels clearer because motion stays readable even when things get fast. And when you're working or editing, the space just makes sense, less alt-tabbing, more flow. What really locks you in is how balanced it feels. You're not fighting settings. You're not compensating for weaknesses. The screen simply keeps up with you, whatever you throw at it. If you're leaning toward it, don't wait around hoping things stay the same. Displays like this tend to disappear or shift price without warning, and hesitation usually turns into regret. You might be wondering if it's too big or too much. That doubt fades fast. What doesn't fade is how limited your old screen feels once you've adjusted to this level of scale and smoothness. Here's the surprise benefit nobody talks about: you start enjoying longer sessions without that drained feeling. The curve and clarity work together in a way that feels easier on your focus than you'd expect. It makes your setup feel intentional, it pulls you deeper into games, it handles motion without stress, it gives your desk real presence, it feels like a serious upgrade, it does take up real desk space, and you'll want a solid GPU to match it eventually. You stop comparing. You realize you're circling because you already know what you want. At some point, choosing becomes simpler than overthinking. If you've moved past compromise, this is the kind of upgrade that sticks. Don't let this be one of those decisions you delay and wish you'd made sooner. Check availability, trust the instinct that brought you here, and enjoy owning a screen that finally feels like it's on your level.